Hi, this is Joe Ater from Frankfurt on Foot, and today we're going to walk across the Eisensteg Bridge and go over and do a little bit more of Sachsenhausen, Alt Sachsenhausen, and we'll see what we can see. It's a gorgeous day here in Frankfurt. Sun is out. Beginning of September. The weather is nicer now today than it was through half of August. So you've seen our video of the Eisensteg Bridge. We did it a few months ago. You can see that this is one of the love lot bridges in Germany. Get a nice view of the skyline. And those are all museums all up and down the river all along here. Up there in Greek it says, "May you sail across wine-colored seas till you reach a land where you speak a foreign tongue." So, here I am in Germany. Down there is the ECB, European Central Bank, and lots of people on stand-up paddling. This is all the rage here. So there's lots of nice old buildings over here in Sachsenhausen. It's also where our apple wine pub district is. So we have apple wine gardens instead of beer gardens. Over there you can see the Henninger Turm, or what used to be the Henninger Turm. They tore the Henninger Turm down and rebuild it, looking almost exactly the same, but now it's apartments instead of a grain silo. The riverboat cruises have started up again. Usually on the weekend, there's at least 2 or 3 lined up over here. This party boat down here is the Frau Rauscher. If you saw my other video about Sachsenhausen, we went to Frau Rauscher. She's the statue that spits water down on the Kleppergasse. Normally this past weekend we would have had our Museum Riverbank Festival, but thanks to COVID, this is our second year not to have it. Let's look at the skyline back here. Everything's still nice and green. We'll do one more shot of the stand-up paddlers down there. So you can take a course and learn how to do that. That floats your boat, or your paddle board, I guess you would call it. I've always liked these two little cheruby things here. So, we're now on the Sachsenhausen side of Frankfurt. Sachsenhausen has pretty much always been a part of Frankfurt. It was included inside the city walls. Get out of the sunshine. It's early on a Friday afternoon, so I don't expect a lot of the cafes to have much of a business right now. Maybe later on today. At least tonight they will. Incidence rate went back up again here in Frankfurt. So the restaurants that are for outside dining, you have to do what's called one of the 3 G's. Get impfed, genesen, or getestet, which basically means you've been vaccinated, you've recovered, or you've had a test. So this circle here on the street is where a guard tower used to be that was part of the city wall. And they've marked it there. They tore it down. One of our mayors wanted to keep it, Ludwig Landmann. And while he was on vacation, the city council voted to tear it down, and so they did. Nice little restaurant over there. You can sit out here. Can't really see the river traffic out here though. But it's still a nice little place to sit on the evening. So this is the Three Kings Church here. They're renovating right now. They've had the scaffolding on here for, gosh, it seems like a year or two. We'll do the church another time. We're just going to do outside now. I want to say some of the inside places for winter time or for days when it's rainy and it's not so nice. But this church was built around 1880. Large Protestant church. Or Lutheran. It took the place of a church that used to be here that was built like way long time ago, like in the 1100s. They're getting ready to vote here, so usually 4 weeks before voting, they start putting up these placards. They don't have TV advertisements, but they do a lot of online media presence, and then these placards that are in every neighborhood. And I believe it's illegal to tear them down, but people do. Sometimes they catch them on fire, and there's some kind of weird plastic material, and it all melts, and it's kind of a mess. They've had some debates. Of course, Angela Merkel is stepping down soon. And one of the biggest questions is who is going to take her place? Which party is going to, win control? Because they get to choose the chancellor then. It'll be interesting to see. She's got some hard shoes to fill. Whether you like her policies or not. She's pretty well respected, not only in Germany, but around the world, for being thoughtful, for being calm, for making some really hard decisions over the past, 16 years. She's a pretty smart woman. Grew up in East Germany. She was a scientist, so she's not... A lot of her decisions are based on that, just a scientific kind of logical mind. So the bridge that's here is the Alte Brücke, or Old Bridge. And we've had this stone bridge here since at least the 1200s, but they probably had a bridge earlier than that. This is the Deutsche Ordenskirche, or the Teutonic Order of Knights. And it's right next to the Icon Museum. So this is the Icon Museum here, and the church is here. And this church has been here since 1309. It's one of our older medieval churches in Frankfurt. It's Catholic, and they do services in German and also in Croatian. But again, I'll do a separate video just of the church because I think it's worth seeing all of the interior. We don't want to do that today. It's too nice outside. Look at the sunshine we've got. Switch hands here for a minute. So here on the outside of the Icon Museum, we have a Teutonic Knight. Deutsche Orden. So they have the black cross on a white shield. And they wore robes like that. So if you like icons, this is the place to go. When it is Saturday or the free Saturday, that's one of the museums you can get into for free. We'll come back here later. So I'll tempt you with subscribing so you don't miss our video of that church. For all of you who have already subscribed, thank you so much. You've watched all the videos, for your comments. You have no idea how much we appreciate it. I like to answer any comments that are made. Have any questions about anything that we pass? If I didn't explain it clear enough, I like to put links down to some of the places that we pass so you can find them on your own. So I think this street here is gorgeous. Love the colored houses and this, turn of the century architecture, this 1900s. Where this side of the street, not so much. It's 1950s. This part of Sachsenhausen, I think, got damaged in the war quite a bit. This is Brückenstraße, or Bridge Street. So over here you've got a bookstore that just has criminal literature. Cafe Bar Brücke. There's lots of cute little boutiques here. All kinds of places where people are, like entrepreneurship. This is an apple wine place here that has tastings and have all different kinds of apple wines, as well as these decals over here. Over here is a private designer. Mystery of Pizza. I just think these buildings over here are just gorgeous. So much for Frankfurt was destroyed in the war. So I'm going to walk up one side of the street and down another, just so you can see what's inside better. Down there is Offentor. We did that part of the street and that part of Alt Sachsenhausen on an earlier video. So we're not going to go down there today. We're just going to do over here. So this is a vintage revivals. I guess secondhand. Yeah, contemporary secondhand. Fashions. We got a little photo studio here. It's a little cafe called Mind Story. There's another secondhand store. So the apartments that are in this area are really, what's the word I want to use? Yeah, people want them. This is a high priority area for people to move in for apartments. So there's a little theater down there. Let's just look at this one place because it's so cute. They have tarts. So they don't have pies in Germany. This is about as close as you're going to get. And she makes these all herself. And they're really, really delicious. Called L'Atelier des Tartes. I'm sure I said that wrong because I don't speak French. But look how lovely. Guten Morgen. Ich mag keinen Film. Ich möchte, dass jemand hier kommt. Ich mag keinen Film. Ich möchte, dass jemand da hier kommt. Nein, ich mag keinen Film. I'm making a video for YouTube. I want people to come here. I think it's a charming place.
Ah, okay.
Okay, sorry. Danke. Sometimes I think my German is okay, and then other times I found out that it's not. This is a wine store over here. We're going to have a place from Portugal, selling Portuguese items. This is jewelry, all kinds of interesting pieces. So this is called Schifferstrasse. This looks like a kids clothing store place here. So up there, that's where that's at. Here we've got this big cafe over here that's pretty popular. And we'll go back up the street the other direction so you can see what else is here. So if you like things from Portugal, this is a place to come. Casa de Portugal. Especially for those little teeny tiny custard tarts. They're delicious. Rosalina. No. Bose Ink. Premium Tattoo Studio. Sorry, I didn't read that properly. These pretty apartment buildings. This is a nice little bakery that does everything handmade. So a conditori, they have really yummy, delicious things here. They've been here for 75 years.
Weil sonst hast du doch nichts mehr vor, oder?
The tattoos. This is Gallery Book in 54. So if you want some artwork that's all hand done, this is a cool place to come. These are all different artists here from the area, and they take turns being here in the front and having their stuff featured in the front. But it's pretty decent priced items for, you know, hand done artwork. Affordable. Nina Francoforte, some nice purses. I got a Weisswurst in here at this butcher shop. So now we're back up here to this street, Wall Street, Wallstrasse, and Brückenstrasse. And to the left is Schulstrasse. So, we're going to say goodbye for today and hope that you'll come back and subscribe and join some of our other videos. Thank you for subscribing. Bye.